Welcome back. This is a follow-up video on a previous video I uploaded on my channel. Most of the comments are basically saying Johnny Somali deserved to be punched, and I received more dislikes than I got likes. But as you can see in the comments, I responded to pretty much all the comments because, I mean, if someone says they deserved it, like I'm trying to explain, like we as a society can feel like someone deserves to be punched. We as the internet can feel like someone deserves to be punched. But at the end of the day, we don't want people roaming the street and punching people in the face because they feel like, a lot of people feel like they deserve to be punched, or that they feel like they deserve to be punched, right? So that is not how society can function. You cannot have people roaming the street and punching people because they feel like, yeah, we've seen the footage, everyone agrees, this guy's an asshole, he deserves to be punched. Legally speaking, around the entire globe, the rule is very simple. It's pretty universal. Like, when there is no need to escalate something to physical violence, which punching is physical violence, when there is no need to escalate it to that degree, you do not escalate it to that degree, right? When you are not being attacked, so you don't have to defend yourself or do a preemptive punch to prevent being punched. Like, if you have that on camera, that the guy is trying to punch you and you dodge and you do like an uppercut or a Haruken or whatever, like people will say, yo, that's him defending himself. It's quite easy to make that case, right? Like, I was just defending myself. Or someone is trying to attack other people or is attacking someone else. Like, if someone is like holding down someone or punching someone, like, yeah, then you're allowed to step in to protect other people, right? So like, we all know how the law works. So let's not pretend as if this was legally speaking okay. It was not. We saw an escalation to punching when there was really no need for the punching. And that's the reason why I made that video. Because I was expecting everyone to make videos where they would kind of say this guy is a hero. And I just grabbed several of them, and we're going to react to how other people have reacted to this incident. So the first thing we're going to look at how other people have reacted to this incident and review their reactions, right? So let's start with this one.
Before getting his face-to-face meet with the street, banned and then unbanned on Kick, a stream from August 30th is found of him trespassing into a Japanese construction site.
This is true, and this is the reason why he was arrested. And people are saying like he could end up in prison for years, which sounds a bit excessive for walking into a construction site, I have to admit. But yeah, if that is the law and you're violating that law, like, that is the risk. And what he does is also super messed up. You're not just trespassing. You have a mask on your face. Like, clearly, you immediately know it's a mistake. I made a mistake. This guy is not taking it. Like, you cannot walk over people. Some people do not accept you, right? They will not allow you to walk over them because they're too polite or whatever. He's being very clear. And the mask also makes it very clear that you're like fooling around.
You're mad, bro. He's getting activated, dog. Check.
I'm glad he was arrested for this. Yeah, you should get arrested for this. You're disturbing, and it's dangerous. A construction site, everyone is wearing a helmet. And then he says the Fukushima, and then obviously he's an idiot, and everyone dislikes him except for the people that are paying for subscriptions and people that watch his streams live instead of reviewing them like I'm doing and providing commentary and saying why it's messed up.
We'll come to work.
So now,
This happened after the punching.
he
He's okay, by the way. The update is on the punching. He was okay because the first guy got knocked out. He fell on the ground, and he was able to defend himself a bit because he saw the first punch. And that is it, right? A sucker punch, when someone is totally not accepting it, they have no chance of defending themselves against that punch. The first guy was a sucker punch, and the second one, I mean, he had time to react, but it could be defined as a sucker punch. Both were unnecessary. It is what it is. They were unnecessary. Even if you feel like they deserved it, that is not how society works. And saying the guy is a hero for doing that online is messed up.
just got rolled on by 10 Japanese coppers.
Someone needs to call it out.
Why they unmarked car? How many cops is this?
And I'm the only one, apparently. Which you will see as I'm reviewing these other videos.
Yo, what is this?
So he gets arrested.
He was-
All right. So we're now up to date. He went on that construction site.
Still somehow make money on
He picked the wrong one is the title. He picked the wrong one with 42,000 likes, 773,000 views. And then we'll go through the comments as well.
documenting what fatherless behavior looks like. This guy from Arizona is still bothering Japanese citizens by stopping a subway, by standing in the door, encounters a scene.
Yeah. So this is all stuff that he has done. He has done messed up stuff. We all agree.
But finally, he runs into another foreigner that does what his father never could and shows him that some people have their limits.
So Johnny's non-existing father, that's what he's saying. Non-existing father never showed him that, yeah, people have their limits or there are limits. Because that guy is showing you like, you've reached my limit.
Hey, whatever, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, man.
All you have to say
Don't grab nothing. Oh.
And curiously, they aren't acting so bold anymore.
And curiously, they are not acting so bold anymore. Yeah, one of them was really knocked out.
So sadly, this was 1,000,000% predictable,
Yes, it was.
and at some level, I think
That it would escalate to this degree, I understand. Yeah, like everyone was expecting this to eventually happen, yes.
the streamers knew this was bound to happen as well. And
But clearly they're kind of like irrational, right? Like it's not, as someone pointed out in one of my comments, it's not going through that thick skull. Because as long as it's like controversy is helping him to be more relevant. He's reaching more people. He's getting more subscriptions. So he has a monetary gain from controversy. So yeah, he is okay with controversy. And he will keep pushing it until it really goes bad or sideways, which happens here, but also with his arrest for trespassing the construction site. And now probably realizing that there are quite harsh punishments for stuff like that.
And yet, after all the warnings they received from the authorities, the Yakuza, and other foreigners,
Everyone warned him. Yeah, that is totally true.
they simply could not help themselves, as they literally have nothing else to offer
We're now talking about this incident, right?
society other than being this walking progressive jackpot. Or in places like Las Vegas, there's these slot machines that have jackpots that increase whenever somebody plays but doesn't win. And with these streamers that do nothing but ruin society, the only draw they have is people patiently waiting to see them find out live. Because the scary part is, how many low-level IRL streamers are out there right now that are literally trying to make a name for themselves?
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, there are a lot of people that see that it works. And it's like, hey, that's what I can do the entire day. They have like an audience watching everything.
In a sea of streaming obscurity by hitting the jackpot that is being Japan's biggest hero since Mechagodzilla. But after he went after Meowko, trying to get her banned on Twitch, she wanted him banned on Kick, as she took to Twitch.
So that's it. Not saying the punch was unnecessary escalation. He shouldn't have punched them, nothing.
Curiously, they aren't acting so bold anymore.
So basically, yeah, they could have but you're not spelling it out for also, like, you have a young audience, right? So you know people are going to say like, hey, it was deserved. You know what he did by punching them was within that situation unnecessary, right? But yeah, let's quickly go through the comments. The guy that knocked him out is a true legend. Let's see. The guy that knocked him out is a true legend. 7.1 thousand likes. Shout out to the white guy for knocking out that clown. As a society, we need street justice. Vigilante action is not that bad. Is not bad. We have 1.4 thousand. Good idea. And bad as well. A moderate right hook? Sure. Okay, they're okay with moderate right hooks for society to do it. So they're basically saying, I think, that there shouldn't be any consequences for vigilante justice. The guy hit him with the energy of all the people he ever offended. Kudos. So, like, yeah, good for him. The man landed the punch on behalf of 1,000 people, which makes it okay. He tried to get her banned on Twitch for no reason. Never in my life have I seen anyone work so hard to enforce a stereotype. Enforce a stereotype. Enforce a stereotype. What stereotype is he perpetuating? He's from the US. If he acted like that in a country of origin, then they would have smashed his face. Okay. The loud, arrogant black man who is fully aware that none can touch him due to his status as a protected class. 619 likes. To the guy who knocked those dumps back to the street, you did that for your countrymen and women of Japan. And to you, sir, we salute. The punch was so sweet, so deserved. I had to watch it twice. The guy who punched him is the hero that thousands of people deserved. I so loved the wobble they showed when they stood back up from a single punch each. From one man who was tired of be called a racist just for being a skin color different from theirs. I don't think he was calling that guy a racist, to be honest. He was calling the Japanese people racist, I think. But yeah, okay, so calling someone a racist is okay, so you can punch them in the face. This guy deserves it. Okay, so everyone is like saying he deserved to be punched. All right, now let's go to Oompaville.
Welcome back to another crazy epic video on the Oompaville channel. Somebody got punched in the face. Why do we care about it? Well, because it's huge news. It's a big W for the internet in general, and also for us as a channel, as a family, as a community. A lot of minors in the audience. I gotta be careful.
W for the internet, for us, for everyone.
You're
okay.
a minor. Leave. Is that funny to joke about? Is there boogers in my nose? The worst streamer on the internet is back in the news. And by news, I mean on my channel, guys.
Be a groupie hoe? Y'all right like you in the movie Hoe? What's up? Okay, hold up. Where my shit at?
And it's good news this time. Last time it was kind of almost good news. Remember this guy, Johnny Somali? Really awesome fella.
Everyone hates him. Everyone hates him, except for the people subscribing and blah blah blah.
All right.
I don't have no problem with Japan. Okay. Yeah, but say you're sorry.
This young fella was run out of Japan by an alleged Yakuza member, and he is forced to bow and apologize.
People in Japan, Paul Denino, Ice Poseidon, everybody.
Yakuza. Here's a few funny little examples. He was blasting racist music.
This is all true. Yeah.
Loves this guy.
This is all true.
We'll get into that.
The backstory,
Also,
right?
By alleged Yakuza members. Yakuza time in.
All right. So he's going to talk about the punch here, and I believe here he's also going to point out that he doesn't condone violence. But let's see.
You would get busted pretty badly if you fafoed in America. I don't really know. It's not a competition to see which country can beat an asshole idiot up faster. But I think that I would recommend trying this in like Dallas, Texas, or Plano, or something like that. Or even where I'm from, Virginia or West Virginia, that won't end. It's not going to end well.
Is that okay that it's not going to end well?
He's just taking advantage of the respect that these people have
Yes,
for
he
people
is.
they don't know. Here we go. The karmic moment, guys. After the constant, incessant harassment by this piece of shit,
It's an entire country, and he's harassing different people, right?
he decided to join in on another streamer, Gino, who was yelling at people on the street for grabbing his camera.
Say that. Don't grab my camera. Don't grab. No. Damn it.
Just go, you know.
Damn it.
And you can kind of tell he's instigating here because he calls them a racist ass hoe.
Racist asshole. Y'all racist.
Racist.
Y'all racist. We know that.
Clearly, that guy is like getting really agitated, and he's upset, and he's like
Hey, you racist. You racist.
almost
This
reaching
guy,
that point.
A white man smoking a cigarette knocks them both to the ground and screeches with the greatest, most epic war cry since Braveheart. And since before that, the Patriot. Yeah, round of applause. Let's get a round of applause. Come on. If you're watching this video, let's get a round of applause. Let's have a collective round of applause, YouTube viewers. This is fucking awesome. I'm
4.7 million subscribers.
really happy by that. That made me really happy. That made me extremely happy. So happy I might fire a weapon in my house. Just kidding. And Johnny was crying, you can tell. He kind of
What is he kidding about? About the firing the weapon? Like his 4.7 million subscribers understand that he's like saving his ass by saying just kidding because he wants to just say this.
like got up real slow, shuffled away, wiped the blood from his mouth because he was literally bleeding. We can't show it, but it busted his lip. Great.
Great.
Excellent punch. Knocked him down.
Excellent punch.
He's weak. Somebody finally
He's weak. He was sucker punched.
delivered some karma to Johnny.
Karma is just like, yeah, you piss people off, this shit happens. No consequences for the person punching them. So basically telling almost 1 million people like it's okay to punch people because they are being shitty people. Not because there is a threat of violence, you're protecting yourself or you're protecting people around you. No. It's like, hey, we as a society are hoping someone steps in and does it. And yeah, hopefully good luck if you end up in jail.
Gino, the other genius, then said the hit was weak as fuck, but there was actually a pool of blood on the
So this guy, I think, actually got knocked out. Yeah.
floor.
And Johnny Somali said in his stream after, like, I didn't get knocked out. He got knocked out.
It's not water, it's blood. That's awesome. I'm excited to see what happens to these dudes when they return to America.
So that is basically saying it's okay to punch him, no? Am I wrong? Popular YouTuber, lots of young people. Let's see. Your rights end the second that they interfere with someone else. Johnny lost his right to have a platform. I mean, the platform, getting banned on Kick is one thing. 100% earned every bad thing coming his way. Okay, so if someone does even something worse to him, he earned it. Okay, so unfortunately that he infinitely irrespectful of Japan being taken away. Honestly messing with any... I hope the guy who punched him doesn't get in trouble. He was defending those people in the street after all. On one hand, I hate that people have to deal with this harassment. On the other, I absolutely love seeing him suffer the consequences. 1.7 thousand likes. The problem with the idea that violence is never the answer is that people like this don't learn until they get some sense beat into them. So some people you just have to punch. Loved how they were saying the punches were sucker punches when the guy literally released a war cry in front of them. Liked by Oompaville. Yeah, like that's funny, right? When you watch my video and I'm like, you can hear him screaming, which is an indication that he's not holding back. He's going for full punches. which makes it worse, in my opinion, because you're really risking them ending up with something, you know? And when you punch someone and knock them out on a pavement, their head is probably going to bounce on the pavement. So almost 5 million subscribers this guy has on YouTube. And yeah, instead of seeing that as an indication of like, yeah, he realizes the war cry is like basically going all out, and he likes it. I love it. The One Punch Man should get an award. For worse, it makes me feel so much better that someone finally tried to knock them out. What does this tell everyone? All the 5 million, like, it's not just a video. It's not just the Oompaville video and the Oompaville being excited about vigilante justice and people punching people because they feel like they deserve it. Because yeah, you had like a 8-minute build up to this to explain why he deserved to be punched. But that is not how society works, is it? Where do you draw the line? Do we go to Oompaville to ask every time, like, hey, do you feel like that person actually deserved it or not? Should we just implement that into a legal system, global legal system? Let's check with Oompaville if he thinks they deserved it. If he makes a good case, we'll just be okay with people punching people. It's not how it works. Asmongold, 2.13 million subscribers. And honestly, I am a fan of Asmongold. Not a fan in the way that I'm like a subscriber on Twitch or whatever. I don't watch his stream, I just watch his videos. I like his reaction videos. People are shitting on react commentary channels, but honestly, he does really good reactions. But yeah, he has a balanced view. So let's hear him out. Let's see if we can critique him.
Japan's worst streamers get knocked out.
Johnny Somali, one of the internet's biggest embarrassments, is at it again, and good lord, I hate to say it, but some people truly never learn. Not only did he get smacked up once, but however, I got newer.
Shroud at the fight. Mario stepped up.
And he stand. Do you emphasize the monkey?
So he's primarily just watching here.
Oh, doing for a reason.
All right, we're gonna watch Asmongold's reaction.
Okay, say that. Don't grab my camera. Don't grab. No,
Just go, you know. Racist. Y'all racist. Y'all racist. We know that.
He's really trying to put, process everything.
I don't see how they don't get deported.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't. Like, I don't see how they don't get deported.
I mean, they don't take those type of actions lightly either, right?
It doesn't make sense.
And when it's like an online person, they know it's going to get a lot of media attention. But I think the entire globe would understand if they just kicked him out.
Because like they're just going around harassing people.
I think a stream ban, if that is possible, just not allow him to stream at all.
In public, like, why not? Why doesn't Japan just deport them?
It's bad PR as well. I mean, for us, it sounds like fine, good PR. But like, yeah, it doesn't happen that often. And yeah.
Down there.
They're constantly giving him the benefit of the doubt. And now that has stopped. Now that he's like locked up for trespassing.
Racist. Hey, racist.
Okay.
Hey, you, whatever. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, damn it.
He's laughing. If Asmongold were standing there, not laughing because he thinks it's funny, it's just so stupid, predictable, and annoying. Yeah.
And what?
Just don't grab the camera. All you have to say
Don't
is
grab nothing. Oh.
Damn.
I see a smile.
Damn.
My reaction was not a smile because I just found it very extreme.
Anonymous sent $3 Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
That is the general reaction. Laughing.
Yep, there it is.
I'm not one for violence, but you
I'm not one for violence, but
know, I was
Yeah,
kinda
I feel the same way. Like, I don't think that you should ever like try to hit somebody to solve a problem. Like
okay,
I'm really not about that. I think that's bad.
that's bad. Okay, here is the difference between Asmongold and the other guys, and even the guy he's responding to. But I still think Asmongold could have done better. But let's listen.
But the end of the day, like the government should have pulled them the fuck out of there before this even happened.
Fine, but that doesn't justify the punching.
Right? It should have never escalated to this point to begin
True, Captain Hindsight. That is true.
with. So it's like, I mean, like, yeah, it shouldn't have happened.
It shouldn't have happened.
He shouldn't have punched him, but
He shouldn't have punched him.
they also shouldn't have been there.
They also shouldn't have been there. This situation shouldn't have even occurred. But the reality is the situation occurred.
In the first
Yeah, agreed.
place, right?
Yes. But it shouldn't have happened.
out of nuts. And for extra good measure, we actually have this clip here that just syncs them both up because you know Gina was streaming this too. We got a nice little time sync on with it.
See how excited the guy is. For vigilante justice.
Yo, they missed the quick time events. Yeah, go back and play KH2. You missed a quick time event, buddy.
You missed the quick time event.
Oh my god.
And hey man, me personally, if I would have seen this fat lip in a GTA server, first of all, smacking the shit out of him like
GTA server.
the first guy. And secondly, I'm grabbing his bottom lip and I'm pulling it down like a window shade and letting it bounce back up and smack him in his forehead with the recoil. All in GTA, of course. I wouldn't harm a single person IRL ever. Like that's not me. I'm a loving person. I make love, not war. And I also find it extremely ironic that TTF is still playing.
It's just spamming Hiroshima, Nagasaki, just like over and over and over. I can't believe that the Japanese put up with this shit for a second.
It's not a Japanese guy that punched him.
Like,
right?
I cannot believe that. Yeah, that like I.
No, I'm not surprised, to be honest. I can see them giving the tourist the benefit of the doubt because they are, relatively speaking, extremely polite and all of that stuff. Like, that's the image that we have.
But just like, see, the thing is, like, this is what's so sad, right? Is you get somebody like, and this is how bad these clowns are. I'm gonna make this comparison. You get somebody like Ice Poseidon, who goes and does some dumbass shit in Thailand, right, or Thailand, and you know, he gets in trouble. He gets put in jail. But then, meanwhile, in Japan, these guys are going out of their way and harassing people.
Agreed.
Bro, Japan should throw them in jail.
Yeah, they have done. If they are doing stuff that is illegal, they will throw them in jail. But people don't go walking around punching people because everyone feels like they
Imagine
deserve
somebody
it.
joking about 9/11 in USA. It's all about the context. People joke about 9/11 all the time, okay? Like, I used to do it a lot. So it's not really, like, that's not, yeah, they do. Yeah, as a matter of fact. But it's not about joking about it. It's about the intent, right? Like, this dude is not doing it as a joke. He's doing it with the intent to agitate and piss people off.
Agreed.
Yeah, he's going out of his way to do that.
Agreed.
He's knocked out
Agreed. Doesn't make the punch okay.
on the ground. I think it really highlights all the issues we
malicious
have
intent.
here. Like
Yeah,
his chat
it is.
knows TTS is going to get him in trouble, but they still play crazy TTS all the
Agreed. Yeah. That is not okay. But you do not punch them for TTS.
place to laugh at his misfortunes because, you know, they're not the ones getting smacked up. Like
Oh, yeah,
Johnny
they think
Somali in
it's
chat,
funny.
I know you dickheads are going to watch this video in full, so you're going to see this, and you're going to try to pick apart and pull apart everything that you can. Like,
Bro, people say it's not much.
The only thing you have to pick apart is the fact that you are excited about someone punching someone because of all the shit that they have done in the past, when we do not want society to work in this way, right? If there's no need to punch someone, you do not punch someone. And then being excited about it, even after saying you're not okay with violence and you would do all of that stuff only in GTA, Like, dude, I played GTA. It doesn't have controls to grab someone's
Also,
lips.
Somali's Ethiopian, bro. Who gives a fuck what he is? Like, everybody that's not stupid knows that this guy is not a representative of anything other than clowns.
Obviously.
He's not a representative of black people,
Obviously.
Somalians,
We saw that one comment, right?
Muslims, or Ethiopians, or Americans. Like, he's not he's not on their team.
I don't see anyone else making this point, by the way.
He's not, this isn't the Olympics, man. He's not representing the country. He's just an asshole.
Yeah.
Now, the unfortunate reality is that bad interactions with another race is probably the main reason why people are racist.
Not necessarily. I think that is a bit of a jump. I think there are probably racist people that have never had a negative experience with certain people purely by the stuff, because of the stuff that they're watching and the theories that they agree with.
Like, I think that a lot of the people that are racist, at least the ones that I know that have had racial feelings about things, they had bad experiences. Either they were brought up that way or they had a bad experience of a...
This is very... It's, yeah, for maybe he applies it to himself, but it's like, no, there are definitely people that are racist, even though they basically have never had a real bad interaction with someone from a different
person
race.
of that race. Right? That's usually what it is. And so, like, yeah, it does perpetuate that, but, like, I don't think that's fair to classify, like, every Ethiopian is like this, because this guy's...
No.
Fuck. I bet half of them don't even care.
Unfortunately, a lot of people,
biases,
yeah.
So it does, and it's bad. But I just think that, like, it's true.
But it's good to call out that he's not representing anyone, really.
But it shouldn't be.
He is, in a way. Like, if you're there as an American or whatever, like, you're representing your country, kind of. But, like, at the end of the day, there are so many people in all countries, so, yeah, you'll have some bad examples.
And I don't like to try to hold people to that standard because I think that's unfair.
Yep.
You did the last video, but y'all should probably chill out, like, for real, like, before someone seriously gets more hurt than this. Y'all gotta relax. I see y'all in Discord right now just trying to purge everything, but hey, man, cops on your ass. CGs, it's raps. Y'all are done.
Yeah.
Get them out the country. Kick them out. Get them out. But I do want to step back for a second and say, you know, like, Japanese citizens, I know y'all are mad and annoyed with him, but this isn't really the right way to go about it.
Okay, so we have some nuance here. And the guy is not Japanese.
And to be fair, the people who, like, put hands on Johnny and Gino, like, they weren't Japanese people.
That is kind of significant.
The person, the clip in the beginning of the video, not Japanese, and the person here is obviously not Japanese. But
Yeah.
I don't want y'all getting in trouble. We don't need actual...
I mean, it's not just about them getting in trouble, right? He's really showing, like, I don't care if Johnny falls with his head on the pavement and then he gets messed up, but, like, I don't want you to get in trouble for that.
Innocent people getting yourselves in trouble and, like, causing public violence because, like, you know, that's illegal.
No, it's the government.
Purely because it's illegal.
Should step in.
Yeah, exactly. You should not punch.
Like, that's the thing is that, you know, I think they should. I like, there's it, like, you know, I don't ever think it's the right option to, like, be violent to people.
Here we go. I agree with him.
But it is funny.
And that is kind of messed up. No, it's not funny.
It is definitely funny when
No, it's not funny.
something like this happens.
By saying it's funny and you have millions of viewers and people think it's funny, even though you say, hey, it's not okay, like, hey, it is funny.
That's going to put you in a tough
they
spot.
should just get
Ultimately,
deported.
the person that throws the first
That's
punch
it.
is the one that's going to be put in jail. So,
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
and he knows that. You're the one who's going to be put in jail and not him. So, like,
And you're physically hurting someone for being upset with how they are, what they're saying, what they're putting on text to speech.
we gotta outsmart the little gremlin. Honestly, the best.
Don't do something that will end up with you in jail. Yeah, that is outsmarting them.
My
Yeah.
understanding is that doesn't
Let's see what the real outsmarting is.
Japan actually have a law explicitly against filming people with the intent to degrade them?
Filming people with the intent to degrade them.
Like,
I
Japan
don't know.
literally has this specific law.
But that is kind of, yeah. Okay, could be, I don't know. But, like, Yeah. Sounds a bit vague.
And people have been deported. Foreigners have been deported for this. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And so, like, I don't know why these guys are still around.
Then I don't get why they're still around. I don't understand it either. But like degrading them, if like a journalist is being critical or whatever, and like there is something, like there are cases where one could say they're degrading, but like if you're a criminal and they're capturing a criminal act or stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Like that, then just try your best to ignore
Just
him
get the fuck
and
away
record
from
it,
him.
or just
Yeah.
like move on. So if you guys do want me to go into more detail on the updates in Japan, probably like the video.
I didn't.
So he basically is also saying like, yeah, don't hit them because you'll end up in jail. I don't care really what happens physically to
Another
these
issue.
streamers because I dislike them so much. And Asmongold says, don't do it. I think somewhere in the video he said something about we don't want Batmans walking the street.
Right? Is that it's like this is just the way the internet is that if you can make money, we're gonna do it happen. Yeah, the Irish bait is real. Yeah, I think that's what he's doing. Like the guy, like bro, like he would do this to other people that do. Like it's not like he gives a fuck about like what color people are. Like he's just harassing people for attention. And this is...
All right, we're going to read comments now on the Asmongold video. Hearing the people in the street clapping after they get knocked out was like listening to a beautiful symphony. I love the fact that the guy, okay, I gotta disagree with you on the point of he shouldn't have punched him. If you ever watch a bully get punched, their world comes crashing down. Punching someone isn't always the answer, but in circumstances like this, it makes people act better. Asman is just a weak man, but hey, isn't that most social media stars? I'm with you on that. So 2,000 likes. Some people just don't get it. Disagree with you here. Punching someone without reason is never the answer. I'll give a like to that one. But if someone is acting like a complete moron, he absolutely deserves it. One cannot be the size... What? Okay, so you're saying if someone is acting like a complete moron, they deserve to be punched. Yeah, disagree. People won't change just because you punch them. That just adds prejudice to someone who's already not fond of Japanese culture. You're trying to justify Unga Bunga violence. You are 100% emotionally invested into this. Asman is absolutely right about his take that violence should not be condoned. But they also should not be surprised if someone decided to be violent. Yeah. This is cringe internet talk. You really shouldn't be laying your hands on people if they're not being physical towards you. I see people are assholes every day, but I'm not gonna walk around decking people like I'm Batman or something. The real shit is save a handful of people like professional MMA fighters or something. Punching someone can not only end their life, ruin their brain, etc., but it would potentially justify them doing the same to you. Very true. Very true. Why would he file a lawsuit when he's the one who started this? So if someone adds that comment, I think you realize how young these people are. Thanks for the guy for doing his public duty. 1.1 thousand likes. As a Japanese descendant and someone who lived there and understands the culture, I felt satisfaction. I love how the second guy to get punched just stands there like he can't believe he's about to get punched. It's not that violence should be avoided at all costs. There's a line on how violence is acceptable after some tolerance. The guy who punched Johnny wasn't at fault at all. And you can hear how everyone literally clapped. He's the hero that night. Valid reason to get ass whooped. Yeah. Punching that hard should be avoided at all costs. That kind of punch could deal irreversible damage. I can't stand that violence is never okay bullshit. They won't go away after being told to. They don't stop after the police told them to. So what do these pacifists want people to do? Roll over? Why do we have to tolerate that damaging behavior? People like Johnny can be offed on the street in Minecraft for what I care. Like, who's going to miss them? Wow. Wow. Yeah. I'm an American living in Japan, and non-Japanese content creators like Johnny Somali give a real negative opinion of anyone non-Japanese because Japan is a single culture country. It is difficult for them to accept outsiders into their culture. What I mean by that is that they don't see foreigners as anything but tourists. And this makes it hard for someone like me, who has been living here for 7 years and is married to a Japanese woman and wants to have children here, to be fully accepted. Before summer vacation, I had so many coworkers asking if I was going home for summer. I was thinking to myself, this is my home. What are you talking about? And those coworkers know completely what my situation is like. But yet, they still think that my home is America. If foreigners living in Japan will ever get fully accepted into the culture, I think we need to have a public image as people who respect Japan. As of now, having clowns like this ruins that. This is a valid point. Yeah, that is not cool. Yeah, there's an actual conversation here. It doesn't say like anything about the punching, but like, yeah, these guys are ruining the... So basically, I think it's saying like, yeah, he's ruining even more, you know, even for us here, he's ruining stuff. If he tried this in Australia, yeah, he would be, yeah. You can tell he was genuinely pissed by the grunts. The first slap, he looked ready to slap him, arms at the side, fingertips straight. He wasn't sure if he wanted to go with the right or left hand slap. I'm Japanese and what you said made me feel so happy, become one of my favorite streamers. I think flat out violence shouldn't be encouraged, of course, but damn, they were flat out asking for it and they sure got it. Dude got a mean right hook. Mean right hook. They know what they do is wrong. We just can't legally punish them. So we have to illegally do it. Which I have done several times. And I never regretted it. My pops told me something. I'm not going to read it. I don't really care, to be honest. A lot of these IRL streamers need to be put in place. So, you can tell at 15:36 the guy was getting ready to take care of it. Yeah, take care of it by sucker punching two people and risking them having brain injury or possibly even death because they called other people racist, or even maybe you. So yeah, it's wrong. They shouldn't have punched, the guy shouldn't have punched him. That is clear. People can disagree on this. The problem I have is that big YouTubers, and Asmongold is not doing a bad job here because he explicitly says, somewhere also, I think in this video, he doesn't want Batman running the street and punching people. So there is, like, he's rational about that stuff. But clearly when you're laughing about something that is really not okay, you should maybe not be laughing about that thing publicly when you have such a big following, right? We saw the other videos, we saw how they reacted, and these are just a couple of them. And these are just a couple of them. But in general, people are just being happy and celebrating the fact that they got punched. Like with Asmongold's comments, they're kind of like pushing back as well and saying, no, he also said no, violence is not okay. You shouldn't start punching people. And with the other guy where he just quickly says it or whatever, but then he like celebrates it so excessively, like the main message is, yeah, fuck that guy. And that is wrong. You have a responsibility as a big streamer, big YouTuber, to not make people think that it's okay to punch people because they feel like they deserved it. Yeah, I think that's wrong. I'm out.